to say this has put a spanner in the works is an understatement, really, because. What? You're on camera. Would you baby? I know, right? I know. Come on, do this. That's good morning from Hooch. Welcome everybody. Russ McDonough, aka the Nomadic Veteran, and welcome to this week's video, which I know I've not put a video out for a couple of weeks. Been very busy. Also been a tad lazy. So apologies for that. Oh, what a! I'm gonna say it. What a fucking week. We'll explain all later. However, where we are now, we're in a place called Batumi, which is about half an hour's drive from the border with Turkey. Like I said, we've had an epic. Batumi is like, I've never been to America, which is shocking considering I'm 29, and neither's Gibbo. 39. Did I say 29? Oh, I wish I was 29. Knees wouldn't hurt so much. And I can only imagine what Batumi looks like, and I'll show you around. I can imagine it's a bit like what Venice Beach would be like. They've got like this nice promenade, people skating, people jogging. It's just a real nice feel, and it's Redders at the moment. I will explain all why we've had an epic this week, and I'll explain what our future plans are, because they're all over the place at the moment. It's been a stressful week so far, but we'll figure it. Anyway, the crew. Obviously, Cookie's happy right next to C, so it'd be rude not to have a bit of brol, or B-roll, or footage, whatever you want to call it, of Cookie swimming. Let's go. Tell a story. Right. I said at the beginning of this video how we've not had the world's greatest week. Well, Cookie has. He's been swimming almost every day, but it hasn't turned out the way we wanted. For those of you who watch our channel will know that we made a cheeky offer on some land and property in another country. It got accepted, so obviously now we are gaggers to get there. Well, we are enjoying van life, albeit Airbnb life, but we also want to get started on a new adventure. To get to this other country, which our land is, one of the routes there is Turkey. Now, if you're not aware, Turkey visas work a lot like the Schengen zone. You can spend up to 90 days in, but you have to spend up to 90 days out, essentially, before you can go back in. For those who remember, we actually overstayed our stay in Turkey because I tested positive for the Rona, which actually meant in the end we spent 96 days in Turkey. And when we left, they weren't too happy about it, but we explained the situation and they were like, all right, cool, that's totally understandable. Normally they would fine us, but they didn't, given the situation again. They let us into Georgia, or they let us out, so we came to Georgia, happy days. We thought nothing more of it, because we weren't even planning on buying land in anywhere else, to be honest. And then obviously we want to get through Turkey. We researched it, knowing that we hadn't spent 90 days out. Even on the internet, it said there's transit visas. We spoke to other people, those trucking Celts, we asked their opinion. They were like, dudes, you'll be fine. Transit visa, happy days. Because logically, you would think that you could just transit through, you know. However, when we got to the border on Tuesday, in no uncertain terms, it was a big. In fact, I'll use the words quoted to Gibbo: "Go back to Georgia." They weren't happy. They kicked off massively about why we overstayed our previous welcome by 6 days. We tried explaining to them it's because of the Rona. They kind of listened, but essentially they weren't happy with us whatsoever. And after a few, shall we say, heated negotiations. They said no, you're not coming in, regardless of, because we even said, look, we just need 3 days, give us 3 days. Like, if you're not aware, Turkey is massive, and it takes 19 hours to drive from east to west as the crow flies. So we needed 19 hours to drive, so we said just give us 3 days and we'll get through, and we just want to get to Bulgaria. That's all we want to do. No, in simple terms, no, and don't come back until you've done your 96 days, because we overstayed first time. To say this has put a spanner in the works is an understatement, really, because if you look at a map, going by land, that is the only way to get west. There is a couple of other options, and they are to catch the ferry from Georgia to either Bulgaria or Ukraine. However, to do that, you are looking at like £1,000. It's crazy money. So obviously right now we've got the choice of either staying another, I think we've got like another 36 days to crack in Georgia, or biting the bullet and catching one of these ferries into Ukraine or Bulgaria. Our main concern, our main worry at the moment is with the way the landscape of the world is at the moment, with borders can close in a heartbeat. We're really concerned that if we stay in Georgia for another 5 weeks or 5.5 weeks, one, borders might start shutting and we won't be able to get to our land, or two, we don't know how the Turkey officials will be when we try and get through again. They might be like, oh, you two couple of troublemakers, eh? So we've got some decisions to do. Yeah, it's been a rough week, because we honestly thought we'd be well on our way by now, and it was like a kick in the balls being turned around, because then obviously it was an epic as well, because even once they said you are not allowed to come into Turkey, we were like, obviously we were threaders, and then we were like, well, can we turn around? They were like, well, no, you have to go into Turkey to turn around. And we were like, eh? And even then, to let us into Turkey just to basically do a U-turn, it was shocking. They were like, it almost felt, and I'm not saying they were doing it on purpose, because I don't think they were, but it was just an admin nightmare. It took us about another hour and a half to finally be allowed into Turkey just to do a U-turn. And then obviously getting back into Georgia, they were like, you only left today. And we were like, yeah, funny story. But then obviously their concern was, why did Turkey say no? Yeah, it's been an epic, and obviously the wind's been kicked out of our sails a little bit this week, but the sun is shining, Cookie's been swimming.
I know that you are having a hard time right now.
So, apologies for the lack of videos in the last couple of weeks. Thought we'd give you an update on where we are. I'm still not going to tell you where we bought some land and some property, and you know what? For those of you who do watch the videos, thank you very much. We'll keep you updated on this epic journey we're about to have, and I hope it's a good epic. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, keep following us on our up and down journey. Please do, and I think that's it. Yes?